Now going to describe the life cycle of Taenia solium. Actually the Taenia solium has a digenetic life cycle. As I have told you, the digenetic means if any organisms are parasitic in nature and live in two hosts, that phenomenon is known as digenetic life cycle. And the first host of Taenia is human being, while the second host is pig. So Taenia survive their lifespan in two hosts, the human being and pig. So the life cycle of Taenia is actually digenetic. What happened? How do the Taenia solium survive their lifespan? Listen and be careful. Actually, suppose that this one is the human being, and inside the body of human being, the Taenia live into the intestine. This one, suppose that this one is the intestine, then the Taenia live here, and through its proglottis it released out the pouch like structure, proglottis, through the excreta. That is the waste material when we released out from the human being. Then apart from the waste, the proglottis also comes out from the body of human being. And what consists of the proglottis? Proglottis actually consists the several eggs of Taenia solium. That eggs are actually having a well protected layer. The single eggs, if you magnify the single eggs, then that egg is actually the well protected layer, and that egg is known as oncospheral egg. Oncospheral egg. The characteristics of oncospheral egg, it do not affected by any kinds of weather or any kinds of atmospheric condition. Then this is available into the human excreta. When it feed by any excretory feeder organisms like pig, keep in mind, it will feed by the excreta, later feed by the pig, then the oncospheral egg of Taenia solium will reach into the body of pig, and inside the body of pig, the oncospheral egg reach to the intestine and then convert into the oncospheral egg, later convert into hexacanth larva. The characteristics of hexacanth larva are having the 6 spine, that is the 6 teeth like structure. That's why this larva is known as hexacanth larva. Hexa means the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 teeth is the characteristics of hexacanth larva, and with the help of the 6 teeth or 6 spines, the hexacanth larva penetrate the intestinal wall of pig and move inside the blood vessels, and then later by getting the nutrition, a lot of nutrition, later the hexacanth convert into a very specific larva. That larva is known as the cysticercus larva. Cysticercus larva. And cysticercus larva are as like this. This is the cysticercus larva, which later convert itself into the mature cysticercus. Listen, and this is available into the blood vessels and muscle system of the pig. This is the cysticercus larva, and it available into the muscles and blood vessels of pig, and that pig meat is actually called as pork, and the normal pork is actually it is not a normal pork, it is actually the infected pork, that actually called as the measly pork. That infected pig pork is called as measly pork. So which kinds of the stage of Taenia infect to the pork meat? That is cysticercus larva. When the cysticercus larva containing pig pork feed by any human, then the cysticercus larva are reach into the intestine of human and convert itself into the, as previous structure, as I have told you, the complete structure of Taenia solium. So the diagram can be seen by you through the notes that I will provide you, but this is the overall structure of life cycle of Taenia solium. Now let us describe the life cycle of Fasciola hepatica. Students, now we are going to describe the life cycle of Fasciola hepatica. Actually, Fasciola is one of the most important organisms belong to platyhelminthes, and it is also known as the liver fluke. Liver fluke. Fasciola hepatica. The other name, the full name of Fasciola is Fasciola hepatica. Actually, when you see the word hepatic, that it is directly related to the liver. Hepatitis means the infection in liver. So hepatica is related to word liver. That is why the Fasciola hepatica are so named, because it infect to the liver of the animals and cause liver cirrhosis. That is responsible to cause the liver cirrhosis, that is degradation of liver cells, and causes the abnormal death, and that is actually the casualty. But that casualty is to the very special disease. That disease is known as fascioliasis. Fascioliasis, the disease caused by Fasciola hepatica to the infection of liver. The disease that was actually caused by Taenius William was Taeniasis, and I forget to describe over the previous video, but you should know the disease that is caused by the Taenia is Taeniasis. Now let us see how do the Fasciola perform their life cycle. Actually, the primary host of Fasciola is the herbivores, mostly the sheep. The primary host is sheep. Listen, the primary host of Taenia was human being, but the primary host of Fasciola is sheep. And inside the sheep, inside the liver of sheep, Fasciola complete their early stage of life cycle. And inside the liver, inside the bile gut of the sheep, the Fasciola become adult. That is, Fasciola become adult in bile gut, and then it will migrate to the other part of liver. It will migrate to other part of liver. Listen carefully. When the Fasciola hepatica become adult into the bile gut, then it further return back into the liver cell and through the migration, and then cause the infection in liver, that is called as fascioliasis, and then it will turn into the blood and intestine. Then when the sheep release their excreta, then the egg of, this one is the egg of Fasciola also released out, that is excretion cause the release out of the egg, and that egg remain outside from the body up to 10 to 12 days. And when the sunlight exposed to the egg, then the egg soon convert into free living Miracidia larva. This is the free living stage of egg, and that egg is known as, that free living stage is known as Miracidia larva. So Miracidia larva is the larva of Fasciola. It should be noted down by you. Miracidia larva is the larva of Fasciola hepatica, and then it will reach to the body of secondary host. The secondary host of Fasciola is the snail. It will reach to the body of snail. It is secondary host, while primary host is sheep. Then inside the body of snail, the Miracidia later convert into different form. For example, the Miracidia later convert into sporocyst. Sporocyst is non-motile stage of Miracidia, and later convert into a radia larva, and later this is the radia. Keep in mind, this will happen in the body of snail, and then radia released out from the body of snail. It will get released out from the body of snail. Listen, it will released out from the body of snail and free swimming. It has the tail, so it can be free swimming, and then it will later convert into the Cercaria larva. Highly developed than the radia is called as Cercaria larva, and then Cercaria larva are actually lose their tail and remain left over the any leaf. This is the leaf, and that stage is known as metacercaria. Metacercaria. The cercaria convert into metacercaria, and then when the leaf is fed by the sheep, then it will further return back into the body of sheep. So let us recap the how do the life cycle complete. The fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatica inside the sheep body reach into the bile gut, and then inside the bile gut it will become adult and then migrate into the other part of liver and infect them and cause the fasciolasis, and then through the intestine it will be released out from the body, and then the egg of fasciola released out from the body and remain 10 to 12 days outside of the body. When the sunlight exposed to the egg cell, it will convert into Miracidia larva, and the Miracidia larva infect to the snail as a secondary host, and then into the snail body the Miracidia convert into sporocyst and radia released out from the snail and later convert into Cercaria larva. That is the Cercaria larva, and later Cercaria stick over the leaf, any green leaf, then convert into metacercaria. When the leaf is fed by the snail, then along with leaf the metacercaria reach to the sheep, and it will reach further into the bile duct, become adult. That is the overall structure of fasciola, that also show the digenetic life cycle. In next video I will describe the Aschelminthes, that is very important phylum of animal kingdom. Thank you.